Hey guys, how are you doing? In this video, I want to share some experience I had in moving from New Jersey to Florida, and how when you get ready to move states or move locations, it causes a lot of disruption with relationships. Sometimes when you decide to move, it can actually sever certain relationships that are already on rocky soil. What do I mean by that? I mean that moving is a major life decision. And when you ask or when you start to make decisions that will push you forward in the moving process, people are going to start to really take issue with it. Here's how. You know, first is when you ask someone, example, should you move to Florida? The first thing people usually say is, oh, I can never do that, it's too hot there. So when you ask someone if you should move or what they think about you moving, you have to understand the first thing they're doing is they're processing that question in their mind based on their perspective and what they would do. Very few people, when asked a question, take themselves out of their own perspective and put themselves in your shoes. So in life, you have to learn that you have to do what is best for you. Okay, so again, example, you say, oh, you ask a family member or friend, should I move to Florida? And they say, oh, why are you doing that? Isn't it too hot there? You want to do that? So immediately, again, they're thinking about themselves, like, I don't want to move to Florida. And so you have to be conscious when you're getting feedback from other people about where they're coming from. They're coming from their perspective and how they want to live their life. And most people are not comfortable with change. So wherever they are at, that's usually where they're going to stay. A small percentage of human population change. Most people, they get in a certain routine, a certain way of living, and that's how they will live till the day they die. Okay? And moving is a major change, major. And the next part about it is, after you have decided to move, if you've decided to move, and I'm just using Florida as an example, it could be moving to a different country, it could be doing whatever. After you decide to move, the next phase of the resistance, or why people tell you should not move, is that they realize the finality of the action of you moving and how it will separate you, and you will no longer be around for them, and you will no longer be in the same area as them. And so it automatically puts a wedge in between you and them. Okay. Even if someone wants the best for you, even if they love you, all of us have a selfish level of a mindset that, we don't want to miss someone, we don't want change. And so a lot of times that frustration of knowing they're going to miss you manifests in fear and sometimes anger, sometimes a guilt trip, and that all gets pushed on you emotionally. And you're already dealing with your own fear, your own insecurity, because moving is a scary decision, even if you feel you really want to do it. So now you're dealing with your own fear, your own anxieties, and now you also have to carry the burdens of other people who are projecting theirs on you. And people push this mindset of you should not move. How do you deal with it? Tough answer for me, I try to give people a little bit of slack, a little bit of grace, like to be able to share what they may feel, but I can't take too much or else I'll have to cut them off, because again, I have to go forward in what I perceive for my life is the best decision for me. So after I've kind of like told someone and I'm like, all right, if you don't like it, that's fine. If there's continued resistance between me and that person, I have to cut them off. Friends, family, or whoever. Even coworkers, you may get some resistance. Why? Because I can't take any more emotional stress or anxiety. I'm not saying everyone should cut people off like me, but I have to, because I have to go forward in life for my own well-being. It's very tough though to cut people off. And once you cut someone off, once I get to that point, it's like forever. It's not like maybe down the road we'll reconnect. So I know what people go through. I went through it. I moved from New Jersey to Florida, and I don't want to say a lot of people told me not to move, but I went through those two phases of First there was a level of, it's hot in Florida, you're going to move there, even in the summer, or this or that, hurricanes, sharks. You hear all this thing, and it's all their fears and their anxieties projected on you. And then the next phase, after you say, look, I'm moving, the next phase is they realize you're not going to be in your life. So, your manager, your coworkers, you're not going to be there anymore for them. So do they need you? You can't do anything for them. Your friends and your family member, they realize, well, this person can't help me anymore in life, even if it's just to help me emotionally and be there for me. So even if they're happy for you, you are no longer that important to them, because they feel like, well, you're no longer important to me. You're moving on with your life. You're leaving me behind. So, hey, look. So it's automatically going to create a wedge in between you and any relationship. Now, there's some firm relationships that you'll be able to endure. I was able to endure the relationship with my mom. We do have a good, mature relationship, but I know it was tough on her. It's tough on a mother to see her son move. It's going to be tough on people. It's going to be tough on you. Again, I think moving is one of the hardest things you do in life. And I think most people will not move because of how painful it is. So I just wanted to share in this video some of these reflections and some of my experience and what you'll face. And I wish you the best. I know it's not easy. I don't have a magical answer to make it easier. All I would say is, you're going to have to choose between what you want to do with your life and what other people want to do with their life. But you can't have it both ways. You can't make everyone happy and make yourself happy. It's part of being an adult. It's part of life. It sucks. But it is what it is. That's what it is. So I just want to share that with you. I want to encourage you. I wish peace in your life, encouragement, and that's it. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it if you could click the thumbs up button if the video helped you. Share the video and subscribe if you're not. I'll see you in the next video, and we'll go from there. Peace and love.